And now I request Shri Professor Nagraj Paturiji, who is one of the finest scholars of our times, who has the best footing both in the traditional world as well as in the modern world, to lead us from this point onwards. Over to Nagraj Paturiji. He is currently the director of Indic Academy, and he also serves on boards of many universities. And it is to his credit that he has designed many innovative courses which bring in insights both from, as I said, traditional perspectives, and also his field is sociology and ethnography and anthropology. So he clubs his expertise and insights from these fields and has developed many courses, and is a faculty and a guiding member for many universities in India and abroad. Over to him, Professor Nagaraj Paturiji.
Thank you, Vinay Chandraji. It's a really a very special and great occasion, as you already mentioned. Uh, as we all know, now yoga is not limited to India and Indian practitioners or Tibet or Tibetan practitioners. Now it has become an international issue, international practice, international knowledge system. Now we have World Yoga Day, International Yoga Day, and it has got official recognition from the international bodies all over the world. But the flip side of such recognition is, for anyone, whether it is an individual or a knowledge system, when you become a celebrity, when you become too much public, then all kinds of discussions come up about that. So one of those things that has come up for yoga is that now it is understood in 100 different ways. Everyone has his own version of yoga, and I always keep saying that there are two things: yoga and yoga. And this yoga is the English fashionable version, and this yoga version that has become popular now is in the form of asanas, and if somebody goes to an advanced extent, then it is in the form of some kinds of kriyas. And then the equipment to perform these kriyas is also sold in those places where yoga is provided as a course and all that. So what happened recently is, where after this new publicity, new celebration of yoga, when people looked at the asana kriya kind of yoga, they started saying that this is all not there in Patanjali. This is all not there in Yoga Sutras. So this is not authentic. What they are selling in the form of asanas and kriyas is not at all yoga, was the kind of articles that were published in international online magazines. Then ordinary young scholars from India also were able to respond in the comments of those articles that, man, you are looking only at the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. There is something called as Hatha Yoga, and there is a huge amount of literature on Hatha Yoga. These things come from there. That education was to be given to these people. So, what we are able to see is that what is popular outside today as yoga is Hatha Yoga only, not the Patanjali Yoga Sutras yoga. Though they are not different, though they are very much connected, they are aligned and alignable entities. What is popular today all over the world is Hatha Yoga. Uh, that is what is known to people who are inside the system, inside the tradition, inside the textual tradition and the practice tradition. For those who don't look at it from such depth, they always get confused whether Patanjala Yoga Sutra Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga or Hatha Yoga, what is being called as yoga and all that. And as Vinay Chandraji was already mentioning, the South Indian, particularly Tamil view is Mayal Ulagam. The body is everything. The whole universe is in the body. So that importance for body uh, is actually part of this kind of a tradition, Hatha Yoga tradition, or the Natha tradition, or the Tantra tradition. And that kind of exploration inside the body, and also today we are able to see Ayurvedic practitioners also combine their Ayurvedic practice with yoga prescriptions. Alongside the Pathya diet prescriptions and Aushadha prescriptions, most of the Ayurvedic practitioners are also prescribing certain number of asanas, or if necessary, some amount of kriyas also. So that kind of link between a medical practice and yoga practice is possible only through hatha yogic methods. And Ayurveda, yoga, and Vyakarana, being a trinity of systems, was already there. The prayer that Jairamanji was reciting in the beginning also mentions Patanjali belonging to all the three systems. Hatha Yoga is that strand of yoga which is making this connection between yoga and Ayurveda more clear, more explicit, uh, and understandable. And all such aspects of Hatha Yoga that are yet to be explored, that are yet to be brought into the light of the day, or will be explored by our paper presenters. We have our partners, Kupuswamy Shastri Research Institute from Chennai, who are doing exemplary research on the text manuscripts of yoga, hatha yoga, etc. They are all presenting. Professor Balasubramanian from that institute is also going to be presenting a paper. There is a great professor having expertise in yoga, Professor Penna Madhusudan from Kavikura Guru Kalidasa Sanskrit University is also going to present a talk here. Professor Kannan, who is a polymath scholar and expert in yoga texts also, he is also going to present a talk, special talk, guest talk here. So we have many dignitaries, experts that are going to present papers, along with the younger scholars who are doing good research. PhD dissertations have been submitted, and PhD scholars are going to bring out the fine findings from their PhD dissertations. So this is definitely going to be a feast of presentations for the next 2 days. In behalf of Indic Academy, I am very glad, I am excited to be part of this conference along with my friend Dr. Vinay Chandraji. Thank you all. Welcome again, welcome once again to this feast of explorations and conversations and new findings about Hatha Yoga. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Patoriji.